Well, the Indian film industry is big, quite big. In fact, just like we spoke in the conference, there are lots and lots of films produced every year. Okay, in fact, there would be at least 4 to 5 new releases every Friday. Friday is what we consider the day when new films are released every Friday, and there are at least 4 or 5 new film releases every Friday. About 200 A-class films. Okay, now there are different categories of films also. There's an A category of film, a B, a C grade films, which are not really widely seen in the metros, in the metro cities. It's the urban cities that you really, urban rural cities are where people actually watch those kind of films. But if you see urban India, there'll be about 4 or 5 film releases every week, every Friday. What makes a good Indian film could be various things. Okay, what really matters is a good script. That, as you know, okay, I'm sure it's the same in Hollywood as well. It's a very good script that matters. It does not matter whether the stars are superstars or icons. In fact, Indian audiences are changing over the years. There was a time in the 1980s, for example, 1980s, early 80s, early 90s as well, where star power was very important. So you needed people who were huge stars to make films huge successes. But today that's not true. Today the Indian audience has evolved, which is why even a low budget film with not very well known stars really makes it big if the script is nice, if the script is modern, if the script is about youth. That is what clicks.
And of course director also.
And love is the central most important thing in any film. We Indians are suckers for romance and emotions and happy endings. We do not like films with bad endings. So if the hero or the main lead of the film dies in the end, we're really upset, and that the film does not do very well. We really like happy movies because Indians actually go and watch a movie to divert their minds. It's like a form of relaxation, it's a form of entertainment, which is why movies which are happy-go-lucky, huge families, lot of color, lot of songs and lot of humor, that clicks with the audience.
And we prefer to go with our families, so happy endings, some goody material, love, romance, and full of emotions that Indians prefer.
Yeah. What about all the dancing? There's a lot of singing and a lot of dancing.
That's right.
Why is that important?
Well, actually we love music. If you see, a lot of music across in India is known for music. So there's a different kind of music in the north, which is called North Indian music or Bhangra. Okay, where there are people tying turbans, they beat drums, huge drums, and there's a kind of folk music over there. There is a different kind of folk music down south, which is Carnatic music, again very popular across the globe. There is a music from East India, West India. So people who go to the theatres to watch these movies actually start connecting to their roots. They go back to their roots and they kind of reminisce all those old times when they've grown up listening to these kind of traditional songs from their grandparents, which they have kind of missed out in their everyday life. So that's the reason why there's a lot of music. And of course, when you hear music, there's a lot of inclination to dance, to move to the tune, and that is why there's a lot of song and dance. That's a complete Hindi movie would mean that there would be a lot of songs, at least 5 or 6 songs in a movie with a lot of dance happening, and that's what kind of re-energizes us, revitalizes us.
Okay. I've also seen on the internet that it's a lot of people, they like to dress like the stars in the movies, that you can buy copies of the clothes they wear.
Yeah.
How come?
Well, because again, we do idolize these people, the stars. We love to watch the kind of clothes they wear, and obviously that's an aspiration. So for everybody, like people in the metros or people even in the rural areas, it's an aspiration to look like the star. Everybody wants to look beautiful. So that's the reason why we go onto the internet, watch what the stars are wearing, and then it becomes a trend.
Yeah.
So
the
stars are actually
with stars.
Yeah. Stars are actually trendsetters, and we follow the trend.
Do you think there'll be like a fusion between Indian movies and like Hollywood movies, that they will start doing projects together?
Sure, I think it's going to happen very soon. I mean, there are a lot of reports in the newspapers. We've only read them, so I really am not the right authority to talk about those. But we've heard about a lot of projects in the newspapers that there are producers, directors from Hollywood, stars in Hollywood, who are being tied up and getting into an acquisition by the Indian companies. So in future, I guess we will see the Western stars in Indian movies, or vice versa. We already have Aishwarya Rai, she's a global Indian. So we see Aishwarya Rai in a lot of movies in Hollywood. There's already Shilpa Shetty moving there. There's Gulshan Grover there. So since the Indian actors are also spreading their wings and going abroad and working in English films, I'm sure we will also see a lot of English actors coming and working in Hindi films.